right, y'all. This is Our Take. This is Mark, the moderator.
Thanks.com. The game is the game always.
Leaf is only family. Brooklyn forever. Give Kyrie his roses.
AV the process. Albany all day.
All right, y'all. So here's a question. We're talking about the New York Jets for some reason. There's a lot of Jet fans out there.
Why are we doing that?
There's a lot of Jets fans out there.
Don't do that.
There's a lot of Jet fans out there. Let me say it again. And for their misery, I just want to speak on what's going on with the Jets, y'all. What's your take on them trading their to me, their savior was supposed to be Sam Darnold, and now they traded him to the Carolina Panthers. What is your take on, if you look at what the Jets are doing, what do you see?
I would say I actually like what they did. I think if one of the biggest mistakes that happens in the NFL is that if you've made a mistake or you felt like you've made a mistake, is people continue to compound that mistake and think that they can fix it. Listen, Joe Douglas, that wasn't the guy that he drafted. So now he's gonna hitch his wagon to what appears to be Zach Wilson, and he's gonna go from there. So I'm not even mad at it. I'm actually kind of happy for Sam. He kind of gets a fresh start. And again, I think the book is still out on Sam Darnold if he could be a good quarterback in the NFL. But I definitely think his time in New York needed to end, and I think they made the right move.
Leaf?
He just wasn't it. He wasn't it. Some people might say they didn't help him. They didn't give him any tools to help him look any better, but he wasn't it. And the GM who came in said, nah, bro, like, you've been here for 3 years. You weren't reliable. You was hurt. You know what I mean? Got hurt a few times. Joe Flacco had to play last year. You know what I mean? You turned the ball over a lot, which you don't want your quarterback to do, especially already on a bad team. You're just making them even worse. And you're not my guy. So I could get rid of you right now, and I could get a 6th-round pick for you so long, because I know the guy who I want as soon as we're on the clock. Deuces.
They got a second too. They did pretty well. They got a second next year.
Avery, I'm going to let you go next, man. Go ahead, Avery.
It's very interesting how our take differs when the faces differ. It's just very interesting. So I'm just trying to stay consistent on this one. It's foul, man. I know it's not the favorable response, but it's foul. Yo, this is a microcosm of this generation. If you don't do for me now, you ain't no good for me. I keep saying, yo, quarterback is a very difficult position to play. This guy's been under how many head coaches since he's been there? He's destined to fail. He was destined to fail. I just feel like he hadn't gotten the shot, so to speak, that you would traditionally give a quarterback. Now, when you're drafting quarterbacks got to pan out year 1. Year 2, I'm going to give you year 2, I'll say. You got to pan out. There's no wait time with quarterbacks anymore like there used to be. Again, you draft a quarterback, you throw him in the fire. He don't get to sit and wait. He don't get to sit and watch. So, I mean, this is part of course of where the NFL is at right now. That's just it. They're not waiting for you to get better. We're not waiting for you to get right. It's like, yo, if you got it now, we good. If you don't, I'll holler at you. Same thing they did with Trubisky. Trubisky somewhere else. Now, I think they get too many shots, but that's a whole nother conversation. But Trubisky somewhere else. There's a few quarterbacks that's somewhere else now. Now they're going to draft Zach Wilson, right? What they got, the number 3 pick, the Jets?
Number two.
They should draft Justin Fields. That's a whole nother conversation. But anyway, that's what they're going to do. 2 years, we're going to be having the same conversation with them. Provided that this coach doesn't do what he has to do, we're going to be having the same conversation about Zach Wilson. Yo, you got to give these guys some time to grow. That's what I'm saying.
All right, Avery, I agree with most of what you said. The only thing I don't agree with is when you said that they don't give them time. They do give them time, but you have to show that you're progressing every year. If you're not showing that you're progressing, then you got to go. Sam Darnold, Trubisky didn't show that they were progressing, bro.
So no shots right here. That means after this year, if Danny Jones don't get it right, he out of here.
Exactly. Yes.
Possibly.
Yes.
Yeah.
We had this conversation already.
Here's the thing.
That's
What do you compound a mistake? Do you double down because you made a mistake? And I give you the perfect example. Arizona drafted Josh Rosen, and after 1 year, they said, "Yo, this ain't it, man. This ain't it. We think this guy is it," and it looks like they made the right decision because Josh Rosen hasn't panned out anyway.
Hold on. I have to jump in
Mark
here.
about to go in.
I have to jump in. Banks, when you say you compound a bad decision, you're turning around, and I just want to make sure I got it right. You elevate Sam Darnold up your own draft board when Sam Darnold was not that good. Let's just keep it real. Coming out of college, Sam Darnold was not that good. Everyone elevated him beyond what he really was, and now you're about to. Now
that's true, bro. He threw 21 interceptions that last year, I believe, son.
Listen,
he was horrible.
I told you,
he was horrible,
from
bro.
the giddy up. Sam Darnold was not the truth. They sold us. They sold people on. He was the most NFL-ready quarterback coming in, and he really wasn't. Because that was elevating.
But the same is being said about Zach Wilson.
Hold
up. That's what I'm saying.
Let me go there. Now, Banks said about compounding a bad situation. So now you just trade your number one pick to turn around and pick a kid that played against no competition, now has been elevated up draft boards. You doing the same exact thing another time. No. You got to start blaming the franchise themselves.
Right, but Mark,
no.
It's a different set of players now. So they want to bring in their guy. They want to be the ones that say that they made that mistake. They don't want to take someone else's mistake. I think I'm gonna die on it.
If I'm gonna die on a hill with a quarterback, I'm not dying on the hill of a quarterback somebody else pick that I don't necessarily believe in.
Yeah. Thanks. Let me say this to you: the Jets are fools because you're trying to start out with a bang with a quarterback that number one, like I said, has not played against any competition. If you're going to try to rebuild a Jets team that has let go of, they have traded 6 of their first round picks in the past 8 years. They have not one first round pick that they've drafted on their roster right now. If you're going to build this team, you don't go grab a Zach Wilson.
Thank you. If you got that O-line.
You better look at the O-line. So once again, the Jets is doing what they have been doing, and they don't draft well. And then even if they draft well, they don't keep them. When you look at the Jamal Adams, who to me was one of the best picks that the Jets had, and he lasted three years there. Leonard Williams lasted 3 years there, and then what? They're gone. Come on, man. Yo, listen. When you elevate up a draft board, it's for a reason, and most time it's going to fail.
I'm sorry.
You're not wrong.
You don't trade a Jamal Adams.
Listen, if somebody don't want to be there, though, do you just hold them hostage? Listen, you may not like what they did, but they got a haul for Williams. They got a great package for Williams. And again, it's kind of like, I'm not trying to bring this to the Knicks or whatever, but when there's a regime change, you got to kind of see what they're going to do. Like, yes, organizationally, the Jets haven't drafted well. Joe Douglas is pretty much, from what I've heard, from what I've seen, universally respected around the league. You got to give this guy a chance. I mean, it's what I know. If you know anything different, maybe.
This is what I know. They shitted on Todd Bowles, and it has come back to bite them in the ass. That's exactly what has happened. Todd Bowles was given nothing to actually coach, and now what they've done is they have dismantled that team, and they continue to go down. The Jets is only living off their own karma. This is what they created. When Todd Bowles was there, they set him up to fail. And now Todd Bowles is gone, and now this organization is still failing and will still keep failing because of the moves that they keep on making. It's the Jets.
I take it nobody here likes Wilson?
I'm not – listen, I don't think he should go number 2. Absolutely not. I don't think he should go number 2. I think what the Jets did do, if they did themselves a service, was they stockpiled some picks from Carolina. So I'll give them that. But now it's what you're going to do with it, though. You know what I mean? It's like, historically, have they ever –
what they stockpiled? 2 6-round picks?
They got picks.
No, they got a second, too. They got a second.
They got picks out of it.
Hold on.
They got a second?
They got a second next year.
Oh.
They got 3 picks.
Hold on. They got 2 6-round picks out of it. Am I right or wrong?
Hold on.
In 2022, Next year's draft, not even this draft. It's next year's draft.
That's all right.
Next year they got a second. They got a second too.
Hold on. Let me say it again.
But
this is a team
wait.
that couldn't keep their first round picks. If you're celebrating having a second round pick, come on, man.
But Mark,
you're talking about a previous regime.
Yes, that's the problem, Mark. I'm not saying that they're going to be successful or not, but you keep going back to what the previous regime did. This regime obviously has some insight of what they want to do and where they want to go. Obviously, Darnold wasn't it. So what do? You got to what you
go Zach Wilson, you don't know where you want to go.
I'm not co-signing that.
Wait. Listen what you just said. Then if this is where they're going to steer the ship and they're going to steer it with Zach Wilson, then I'm going to tell you right now, you don't know where your ass is going.
But we don't know what Zach Wilson's going to be yet, right? Because he hasn't played the NFL down yet.
Okay.
We are assuming that he's not that good, right? We're assuming that. But we know what Sam Darnold was.
Avery. Tell me the last quarterback that has played against inferior competition that's been drafted in the top 5 as a quarterback that has panned out.
Josh Allen.
Go ahead.
He wasn't top 5 though.
He wasn't
top 5?
Yeah, he was.
He wasn't?
No, he wasn't.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't.
No. He was 7. He was 7, I think.
Okay.
He was 7. Right.
Maybe you could say Ben. You could say Ben too. Ben was Miami of Ohio, but he was the top 5. His top 5 is the criteria. Probably nobody.
Carson Wentz.
But you
Carson
have
Wentz. No, hold on. Carson Wentz. That's the person who I was thinking. And Carson Wentz didn't pan out.
Yeah, I was about to say we can't call him panning out.
He didn't pan out at this point. Those first 3 years were very good years, besides the injuries.
Again, he didn't pan out. Listen, like I said, he didn't pan out. If you're going to take a kid that's played against inferior competition and you're going to draft him at number 2 at quarterback, kid, the Jets don't know where they're going right now. But I know where they're headed.
I will say this. I'll say this because I said the same thing about when we had a conversation about Daniel Jones. I'm like, listen, you just better know what you're doing. If this is your guy, you go and get him. If you believe that's your guy, and if you're wrong, this is the decision that gets people fired. It just better work. That's all I'll say about it. If they believe in Zach Wilson, hey, it just better work. And you putting a lot of pressure on that kid.
I don't know. Number 2 though. Number 2 is crazy.
They're ready. They're already on the back of the papers calling him Broadway Zach.
Hold on. And let me say it again. You're taking him at number 2 when Justin Fields has played against better talent, is bigger in size, has a stronger arm, and is more mobile than Zach Wilson is. I just want to keep those measurables in this conversation. Now, you're jumping over a kid that has shown that he can play that spot for a kid that has played against lesser talent. I just want to throw that out there. When you talk about the Jets, and
he didn't play last year, right? He played 1 game last year, something like that.
Who?
Zach Wilson?
No, he played.
Yeah. He played?
No, hold on.
Can I add it?
Hold on. If I got it right, they only played a 6 to 7 game season because of COVID. That's what it was. He didn't play a full season.
Add a caveat to what you said.
Nah.
Shout out to my man.
2020, they played. Wait. We talk about 2021 or 2020?
Yeah, this past season.
Well, the season is 2021.
What about the other kid, man? What's his name, man?
Trevor Lawrence?
Huh?
Who, Lawrence?
No, not Trevor Lawrence, man. That black quarterback. Yes.
Trey Lance.
Yeah, he's jumping. He's jumping too.
Hold on. Shout out to my man Troy Wilson, because I want to say this. Can you name me an Ohio State quarterback that's panned out in the last 20 years? That's all I'm going to say. I'm not saying Justin Fields can't be that dude, but name me an Ohio State quarterback that's panned out.
There hasn't been.
Okay. That's all I'm saying.
But hold on. Penn State quarterbacks hasn't panned out. There's a bunch of schools where Alabama quarterbacks hasn't panned out.
Alabama is not known for quarterbacks. I get your point. I get you.
I'm just saying to you that can't be the criteria.
Specifically talking about Ohio State.
But listen, there's no real school that we sit around and we be like, yo, this is quarterback you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's schools that we say this is running back you,
I got you.
DBU. You know what I mean? We don't say that about quarterbacks.
I agree. I agree on
that.
I agree on that.
Yeah. If this is your guy, though, go get him. Go get him.
I agree. If this is your guy,
That's all
go
I'm saying.
get him, be
Listen.
wrong, and continue to be the Jets.
And continue to be the Jets.
JETS. Just
They-
end the season.
There you go, Leaf. On that note, yo, thank y'all for tuning in. This is our take, man. Peace out, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.